guys, welcome back to the pod.
What's up? Oh my god. My voice just cracked. We haven't been in this setup in like a while and I kind of miss it like a little bit.
Yeah, low-key, like we've been interviewing people for the last like
month and a half.
No, more. Because
Really?
we upload every 2 weeks. So at least the last 4 episodes have been
just with people.
Yeah. And like honestly, it feels good. I love having the guests on, obviously, but like it also feels good not to be nervous, because before we have a guest on, every time I'm so nervous. I'm like prepping like the night before, making sure I have everything in order. And
I feel like we've had some like insightful, like deep conversations with like guests these past.
Yeah. I definitely think we need to take like a breather from like the very deep stuff.
Before we start, shout out to my dad for his artwork.
Oh yeah.
Today we have my dad's artwork. So my dad picked up a new hobby, painting. And so, you know, he supports us podcasting. So we're going to support his art. There's a few other ones that we're going to bring a new one every time to showcase. I really like the black and white one a lot. I think it's just dope. So his Instagram is Fonte Art. If you guys want to follow him, check out his art. He's pretty fucking good, not going to lie.
A bank, like a local bank near where he lives, wants to hang his art in their like foyer. We're like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, he has some cool ones.
Yeah.
So we'll keep bringing new artwork every pod.
If you guys want some custom artwork from Fonte Art, just
let us know.
Okay. Anyways, so there's been a lot of current events in the news, and you know what's something that I've been really wanting to talk about lately? Guess.
I don't know.
The Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial.
Dude,
it's oversaturated, but like it's still going on, and it's so relevant.
I've been invested in that for a really long time. I stopped for a while, but now she's stepping on to plead her case, and I'm pretty fucking excited. I'm just laughing at like her lawyers.
Oh my god,
her lawyers have run out of evidence. So when I'm watching these TikToks, they're asking, like, you don't have to be a lawyer to know that they're asking the stupidest questions, like questions that are just, they're just trying to pick for things. And I remember seeing a TikTok where Amber Heard's psychologist was like testifying against her. So she was like Johnny Depp's witness, and the lawyer was trying to tell the psychologist like what disease Amber Heard had or whatever. And the girl was like, why are you trying to tell me, a psychologist? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think I don't know. And did you hear them say like objection hearsay like every 3 seconds?
Yeah, and everyone was like making fun in the comments. They're like, everything that Johnny Depp said, they're like hearsay, hearsay, hearsay.
Yeah.
What does hearsay even mean, by the way?
Objection. Like it doesn't count towards like evidence.
Like it's not relevant?
It's relevant, but like you're kind of like leading into something that's like not, you're not supposed to, like not fact based, basically.
I think that Johnny Depp is the most naturally funny person ever. I just discovered yesterday while I was working, like, okay, I don't know about anyone else, but like for people who work from home, I like to have stuff on in the background. Otherwise, the house is like too quiet, especially if no one's home. So I'm like, okay, let me just go on YouTube. I'll put on a random video. And it said Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial live.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, fuck, I'll put this on. And the whole time I was actually getting a bit distracted because you see Johnny Depp's facial expressions every time her lawyer starts speaking, and he's just like smirking. He's like,
yeah, because like it's laughable. Like,
and Amber Heard's like in the background. She's like,
yeah, I think I was watching a lot of opinions, and I think it's leaning towards like in favor of Johnny Depp, hopefully. But then again, we don't know really what goes on.
Yeah, you don't
Everyone's
know.
Like, Johnny Depp is so nice, like and humble, but like you don't know. No one knew he had this like major drinking problem until this case. Like no one knew really anything about his life until this case came out. No one knew that he was abused when he was like during his childhood. Like
yeah,
it's kind of fucked up to think about. And people think that they're gonna make like a Netflix movie about it.
I was thinking that I'm like, these lawyers, like as they're talking, are they thinking like somebody is about to fucking play me in a role one day? Because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
And literally mock them in the movie. So
I think like you said, like just to like wrap this up, one thing I wanted to say is like you don't actually ever know, right? Like you won't. I can't, like, you don't want to discredit what Amber Heard's going through, but at the same time, just by the evidence, like, we don't need to go through it all. Everyone knows that, like, they're bringing up, she's clearly fucked. Like, she's honestly fucked, like, and manipulative. Like, he called her a fat ass, but, like, which is kind of rude.
He called her a
like,
lot of things. So we're kind of,
he called her a fat ass, and, like, what did he say?
Like, Officer Squarehead.
No, he said something kind of fucked. He was like, what did he say about her throat?
Oh. He was like,
This is profanity.
I can think of other like uses for your throat that don't involve. But that wasn't like bad. They were like fucking. They were having like a sex scene conversation. That shouldn't have been read. Like, the lawyer
But that's what I think.
used that as evidence, saying, like, what do you mean other uses of your... Like, what the fuck do you think he meant? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna, like, chop your throat. Like, no, he obviously didn't mean it like that. So, I think the court, like, I remember the trial was, like, laughing. Like, what else do you think that possibly means? And the lawyer read it so seriously. He was like, what about this text? And Johnny Depp's like, well...
Yeah, he's like, you have other uses for her throat. Like, what the fuck?
And Johnny Depp just started laughing. Like,
it's just weird because, like you said, like, you don't hear these things about, like, A-list celebrities. You only hear these things about, like, YouTubers or, like, fucking TikTokers. Like, I would have never known. I mean, I could have guessed that Johnny Depp, like, did drugs, but because, I don't know. Is that rude? I don't know.
Well,
but
I mean, all celebrities do. Like, it's not like, common for them to do drugs.
anyways, but, like, just... excuse me. That's God being like, shut the fuck up. But just, like, hearing, like, the details about how he was, like, going through, like, withdrawal, and Amber Heard wouldn't give him his, like, medication or, like, whatever he needed. Like, that type of stuff, you don't hear about those, like, intricacies of people's lives. But, like, on the flip side, it kind of almost makes you feel, like, comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, these celebrities, these huge people that we think are, like, larger than life people actually go through, like...
I wouldn't say comfortable.
Not
like,
comfortable, but just, like, they're regular
like,
people.
Not, like, yeah. I
Like,
wouldn't
I mean,
I wouldn't wish this.
I wouldn't wish this on anyone, but, like, I think we all know people in our lives that have, like, you know, that deal with, like, mental illness or, like, addiction or just people know people who deal with abuse, and you would never think that, like, people like Johnny Depp, he has millions and millions of dollars, he lives such a glamorous life, deal with this type of stuff. But you're seeing the evidence and you're seeing these videos of them, like, yelling and screaming, and it's like, no matter how much money you have, what a miserable life it is to live, having to come home and be in an abusive relationship. Like, no money. I would rather have no money at all than have to come home every fucking day and, like, be worried that my wife is gonna, like,
sure. And that's why he's spent, like, billions of dollars on this trial. Like,
yeah.
Also, I think we've talked about, like, cancel culture a long time ago. I think this is one case where, like, you should just, like, Amber Heard should not be a celebrity. Like,
yeah,
really, she should be going to jail, first of all, if these allegations are true. And the fact that, like, Johnny Depp lost all these movies and billions of dollars and she's still allowed in Aquaman is kind of fucked up.
I don't know if she'll still be allowed in Aquaman, though.
As of right now, she is. So,
well,
I mean, it's pretty fucked. Like, a lot of people, even Jason Momoa is saying, like, why is she... What is she, Aquawoman? What even is she?
I don't know. I've never watched that movie.
Because... You should. Not because of her, because of him, though. He's pretty fucking hot in that movie. Anyways, moving on. Do you want to talk about your Roe Wade thing briefly?
Okay. It's not something to take, like, lightly. But... Sorry, let me pull up my notes. Basically, I don't know, Fran, if you know this, but there was something... Okay, again, like, I don't really study politics, especially American politics, but I have been, like, kind of following this, and it's, like, obviously a topic that I think should be discussed more, but pretty much, the U.S. Supreme Court passed, like, a legislation called Roe Vs Wade, which basically, like... in, like, layman's terms, basically means that, like, women had the right to have abortions.
Yeah,
like,
I looked it up. But tell the viewers in case, like, they don't know.
Well, you probably know, but it's just basically the fact that, like, women have the right to have an abortion. But apparently, as of today, there was a leak in the opinion on this by the Supreme Court, and it's basically that it's going to be overruled. I don't know if it's going to happen for sure, but there's been a leak saying that the Roe vs. Wade, like, legislation will be overruled, and that's the opinion of the U.S. Supreme Court, and it's going to happen around June. So, again, this is from articles I've read, but it says that it would upend abortion access by giving states the ability to decide how aggressively to restrict the procedure, and also it would be criminalized. So over here it says within an hour of the draft document being made public, basically like a draft document from the U.S. Supreme Court that was made. Yeah, okay. 200 people gathered in front of, like, the Washington Supreme Court, and this move and this leak / this like, opinion from the U.S. Supreme Court basically means that they could obliterate access to abortion for, like, all women in roughly, like, half the country. Like, half of the states would want to onboard onto this, and they would criminalize the practice in some states. So how do you feel about that?
That's pretty fucked up. Because going based off like Canada's legislation, like I don't know how the American Charter of Rights and Freedoms work. I don't even know if it's called that. I think it's called like the Constitution. I don't know if it's called the same thing, but I know that it's called Canadian Charter. Yeah, I know that Canada's is obviously the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and I've learned like a lot about that in school. And I know for a fact that's an infringement on like the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So that's why I think in Canada, abortion is legal. Like, and abortion practices and procedures are legal because they know that it's a direct infringement of human rights. Now, this is the thing, like it's kind of fucked up that the government, and I'm not to say that there's women, obviously there's women in the government and the woman in the Supreme Court, but let's be real, the majority of the Supreme Court is ruled by like men.
Yeah, it's like a patriarchy.
Old white men.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have like such a huge say on women's bodies and like even just what, I mean, I guess this goes for like what's been happening the past 2.5 years, whatever, with COVID too, but even just like what goes in your body, the vaccine, for example, or like what can be done to your body is pretty fucked up. Like some of these women, I think people, when they think of abortion, they think of women having sex, like getting pregnant,
be like, oh
fuck,
yeah,
oops, I forgot me or a condom, so now I have to abort this baby.
Yeah,
oops. Like, it's not like
I mean,
that.
maybe some people do that, which is a bit irresponsible, but I mean, like,
but majority of the cases,
it's your body either way.
Women are raped and they don't want to keep this baby that's going to be like a trauma scar of their rapist. Some women can't afford to provide a family, a stable family or income or financial like stability for this baby. They're just not in the right mindset. Some women are prostitutes and get pregnant. Oh, you know what I mean? Like they don't know that. Like there's a bunch of fucking cases that could happen, and I just think it should be legal. I obviously think that like you should be responsible regardless, but I also think that like it's done in a way where I don't want to sound like rude saying this or insensitive, but
just say it. Fuck it. Honestly, we're over this.
I think science has proven it, and I've done the research on like how abortions work. It's done within a time frame where the baby is not a baby. It's not life yet. It's still where like.
And there's so many different sides to this. Honestly,
I'm not saying that like it's sad that like, oh, you know, this child could have had a life. I understand, and I never want to go through that. And I can't even imagine the turmoil that goes through. You know,
like
women's
it's
minds.
not, you're not discrediting what like the woman feels after she does it, but like it's her body at the end of the day, and if she feels like she has to and that's the right decision, then that should be her decision. Of course, there may be like emotional turmoil that comes with it, but at the end of the day, it's her decision. And
I think it's just easier said. I'm not trying to like pin this men against women, and you know, I have, when I say this to people, some people are like, oh, you're like extreme feminist. Like, no, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. Yeah, actually, I am a feminist.
Listen, to be a feminist, in my eyes, being a feminist just means believing in equal rights for men and women. It doesn't mean that you are just so like fuck men.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But no offense, like men men have the, what's it called?
Privilege.
Like, not privilege, because getting pregnant is like it's a miracle and it's like an amazing thing that happened, but men don't get pregnant, so men don't understand you know what it is to be pregnant or have those feelings, go through hormones, you know what I mean, even with like periods.
I just want to also mention that since we're speaking about like the male side of things, like because the US Supreme Court and the people and like just bodies of people that are involved with making these decisions, it's such a patriarchal system. How come you don't stop abortions, quote unquote? If you want to stop abortions and stop it so badly, why don't you stop it at the source? AKA, guys can get vasectomies, and vasectomies are reversible. So why not make it a rule that all men have to get vasectomies, or you need to get a vasectomy so that women don't have to have abortions? Like, why can't that be a rule? Instead, you're going to force women to not be able to have abortions ever, and then have to bring a child into the world in maybe circumstances that they can't control. You know what I mean? But why aren't they doing that to men? Why aren't they saying that men need to have vasectomies after a certain age, or blah, 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 if you're done having kids, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why don't more people do that?
I think it is kind of different, though. The procedure's different. It's like the whole thing about abortion being illegal is because you're like killing or murdering like a baby or a life that, you know, was supposed to be made. And vasectomy is like, it's for their own...
But that's stopping it at the source, because without those little fucking, you know?
No, I know, but I think it's a bit different. But anyways, there's a lot of debate too about like how feminine hygiene products should be free as well.
I could go on and on about this, honestly. Like, that's so true. Why do women have to pay for that?
Well, then the flip side can be like, well, why do guys have to pay for condoms for?
Okay, this is TMI probably, but organic tampons are $15. Like, I know it's TMI, but like they're $15 for like a pack of organic tampons. If you don't want to put,
TMI, that's a praise.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, see, this is what I mean. Like, why do I feel weird just talking about that? Who cares? But anyways, if you don't want to put some like toxic, like, because non-organic tampons can be toxic, right? Like, whatever. I like to use organic shit. So I want to buy some healthy tampons for myself, and they're fucking $15.
Wait, you know what's weird? So someone from my school was talking about how she has an IUD, and IUDs are free until you're 25, but IUD prevents the sperm from meeting the egg.
It's contraception.
Why is
it's
that,
like birth control.
Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that thought. I was going to say, why is that like allowed but not having but that's totally different. So
yeah, that's different. Because you're right. The thing about the abortion is that they like
yeah.
It's very much like it's kind of
contraceptives.
Like, it's like almost kind of like rooted in religion a bit. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because like if you really believe that like you're killing a human life when it's literally this small, like it's kind of religion backed. You know, like I don't know. Because like if you think about it scientifically, like it has no soul, has no emotions, it has no cognitive abilities. At like that little, it literally is smaller than this fucking.
You know what I absolutely fucking hate? When I was at Ryerson, there were protesters with big billboards of like dead fetuses. Wait 16 weeks. You know what? I agree that maybe like there should be a time frame.
I think there is a cutoff date.
There should be, because like if you're like really due and like it's actually in you, like that's kind of different because the baby is actually a baby. You know what I mean? But they were showing images of like, and I was like, dude, like just keep it to your, like you don't see me prancing around with I don't know. I think just people like that, like.
The worst is that I've seen like on news channels, like people outside of abortion clinics protesting. Like imagine a woman who just made the decision, like, and I don't know, maybe she's like newly pregnant and she's like, I can't do this. Like I don't have the money, or like it was with some guy that like doesn't, whatever the circumstances is, and she built up the courage to go to the clinic, and there's people outside protesting what the baby looks like inside of her and what it looks like dead. Like that's so fucked. Like I don't know. I just think that like. That shouldn't be allowed, and I feel like there should be more done to protest these things. And sometimes I feel like what happens in the US is eventually what's gonna happen in Canada. Like everything's so intertwined now, and I don't trust anybody. Like I don't trust the fucking government. I don't trust any of you people. I just really think it's just one big world.
Like Trudeau's watching.
I don't. Yeah.
You fucking
True Daddy's watching? No,
yeah,
like
she's like flipped through YouTube and just saw us.
Yeah, he's like, fuck these bitches. Deported.
True Dad. Anyways,
I just don't trust it. I just don't trust the system. Just capital T, the system. Like it's no longer Canada, Canada, US. It's just like one big fucking fuck ton of people just making decisions for a general human body. And I think that like before, I never used to pay attention what went on in the States or like these other countries. But if you really pay attention, like it's kind of reflected in each individual country down the line. Like something's gonna like reflect into Canada with this, and like that would suck.
I don't think so though, because I saw a tweet where like Canadian government, like one of the senators was like, it's never happening here.
It just sucks that lately there's just been so many decisions made for people about their health and their bodies. Like that's pretty fucked up.
But like
if
2.5 years later, like
it's not even just like COVID though. It's like everything. Like if you really start to dig deep, decisions have been made for us all our lives by these like higher powers.
There's like a sunscreen theory that I showed Sam.
Bro, this is why I use organic shit, even though maybe it's not really organic. Who knows?
Is the sun really bad for you and causes cancer, or is the sunscreen the one causing cancer? And the like companies and the government are trying to get you to buy sunscreen protects you, but it's actually the one. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I fucking hope not, because I lather in sunscreen.
I saw a study where years ago people were directed to the sun when sunscreen wasn't a product yet, wasn't invented. As soon as it got invented, skin cancer started rising, like the amount of people like gaining skin cancer. So.
Listen, that's what I told you. I don't trust anyone. Like, and that's why I always try and use organic stuff, even though like
what if someone comes for us?
Who?
I don't know.
One of our like who's gonna say what?
I don't care.
Like really, there's bigger fish to fry. Trust me. I gotta get Joe Rogan first before they come to us. Nana gave me this nice ring and matches my nails.
It's very pretty.
It's a vintage.
I have another update.
What?
I was supposed to be on The Bachelor.
Oh my god. Okay, you guys. Okay, so Fran is in a committed relationship now, but I would like to. No. Let me first. I'm obsessed with The Bachelor. Everyone knows this franchise. If you don't, you live under a fucking rock.
Okay, I want to preface this we applied a year and a half ago.
No, I'm gonna say that. Obviously, like, we know you're not a little like shady bitch. But anyways, so Fran had a different boyfriend like before, and they broke up, blah blah blah. I was like, you know what would be so funny if Fran went on The Bachelor, just because like it would be, first of all, she would get famous, and I think our podcast would get famous. What? It's true. Like, it's true. Like, let's be real. Like, let's be real. Anyways.
No, I wouldn't actually go for, like, to fall in love. Like,
yeah, like, she's not going to fall in love. Let's just be...
Really?
No, what if you actually... Anyways, so... I was like, it would just be funny. Like, she would just go on there, have shits and gigs, like, whatever. Like, maybe she'll meet someone, maybe not. Let me sign her up. I wrote this whole paragraph, like, Fran was in love, but she got her heart broken.
I was
blah,
also,
blah, blah.
like, 20.
Yeah, this was like 3 years. No, it was like 2 years
21.
ago.
I was
21,
like,
whatever.
2.5 years.
So she was still young, but like there's been young people going on The Bachelor, right? So I was like, let me just sign her up. This was 2 years ago. Fucking, she sends me a screenshot last week. A Bachelor producer emailed her. It was real. A Bachelor producer from ABC emailed her and texted her and wanted her to go to the fucking next round of auditions for The Bachelor. Do you understand how like rare that is? And it wasn't The Bachelor of Canada.
Find me. I was like,
they
private.
Sifted through.
I'm private on Instagram.
No, when they want someone, they'll find you. Like I wrote, you know what I mean? Like I wrote this huge, nice paragraph and like this sob story for Fran, which was true at the time. So they probably followed up on it and was like, is this girl still heartbroken?
I just didn't respond because obviously like I'm in a relationship.
She's in a relationship now, so she would never go. But I just thought it was fucking crazy. And I think that that's a sign that something big is gonna happen.
Maybe we'll get on a different reality TV show. Yeah. I want to go on Amazing Grace. So
you guys need to help us get on Amazing Grace. Me and Fran on
hilarious.
That show. Just by the way we are, like, you know, like our fucking lashes, our hair, blah blah blah. People would be like, you guys are not gonna make it far on Amazing Grace. But
we can't wear lashes and fucking hair on Amazing Grace.
Why?
I
can win a race and look good while doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways,
I think we'd argue. I'm like very.
But that's what would make good TV.
And Sam's very like geographically inclined, and I'm
listen,
like,
that's what I mean. Between my like directional skills and like I'm very good with like where things are and like analytical thinking, and Fran's like very athletic too. Like she has that endurance and like she's pretty strong. I think we would win. I think we could win, dude. So like,
yeah, Canadians aren't allowed on that fucking show for some reason. It's really annoying that we're aliens.
No, I think they are because I know somebody who
don't allow Canadian. Like we're not fucking like just let us on the show.
Yeah, we're not Antarctica. No, but I actually heard of someone from here. They got asked to go on.
Should I contact the producer and be like, hey, by the way, do you know anyone producing the show?
I'm not joking. Contact that producer and just be like, hey, like if
I'm
you're
no longer interested because like I'm in a relationship.
You didn't answer her yet?
No.
Okay, answer her.
Sam, I'm not answering her.
Just say, hey, I'm no longer interested. I'm not in a relationship. I'm in a relationship now. But if you want us to go on Amazing Race, we'd love to. Can you please?
It's gonna be like I'm not that fucking producer. So goodbye.
Alrighty. Well, anyways, Met Gala.
Okay, let's rate some outfits. I don't watch the Met Gala, but
it's not anything you watch. It's just like a.
Oh, okay.
It's like a red carpet.
I pulled up a few, so as always, we'll put a little picture right here. We're gonna start with this one, Kylie Jenner.
Hold on.
Like
what are you fucking wearing?
So this is the thing. She's wearing Off-White, and the designer of Off-White died. Is that Virgil guy? I think his name's. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I think it's Virgil or Virgil. Is it Virgil?
I don't know.
Okay, well, he died. So he produced Off-White. I love Off-White. I think Off-White's a sick brand. But for a Met Gala, dude, she looks like
she looks like
that you dress up when you're 2. Like
she looked like she tried her mom's wedding dress on after she just went to the park with her friends. That's what she looks like.
I don't know. This is like not it. And she looks scared for her life. So she wore this dress in honor of the designer of Off-White. No, but I think we should be able to separate the designer from the dress. Okay, it's not cute. You produce cool shoes and streetwear, but dress, like, I'm not a fan. Kim K. So she wore Marilyn Monroe's dress, like the authentic dress that Marilyn Monroe wore when she... So we're just trying... she wore the authentic Mr. President dress, like when Marilyn Monroe...
When she sang Mr. President, yeah.
And a lot of people were kind of like, why the fuck would Kim K be wearing this? Like, you just like devalue the dress because Marilyn Monroe was the last person to wear it before she died. So it's kind of like a cultural, historic, dress. Moment. So why are you fucking wearing it?
Because people, okay, I was actually thinking about this because I was watching the new Kardashians series, and like it's good, and like Kim Kardashian's such a fucking hard worker, but like I don't consider her like a sign of our times or anything like that. Like Marilyn Monroe was a sign of her times. Like she was the fucking symbol of the 60s or whatever. I don't think Kim Kardashian is that. I think she's like a standard of beauty that everybody like, tries to achieve, but I don't think that she's as iconic as Marilyn Monroe. Like,
but people,
I don't know.
I just watched a Marilyn Monroe like documentary recently with my boyfriend, and we were watching it, and Marilyn, like Kim K got famous off a sex tape, realistically, right? But,
like if you're putting it in like plainest terms, yeah,
that's how she got famous. Marilyn Monroe was a singer and actress, but she also like fooled around with a lot of the Kennedys and was very promiscuous and kind of went around,
which is fine.
You can't really compare, but I still think that like Marilyn Monroe was an icon. I don't think of 2020s, 2000s. I think Kim K. Like,
but you know what? Maybe in like whatever 50 years from now, people will be like, "Wow, Kim K. Like she was a fucking business mogul."
Maybe.
But anyways, the blonde hair, don't like it.
This is Bella Hadid. Okay, the theme was like gilded glamour, which I had to look it up. It basically just means like social class combined with fashion.
Yeah, but so it's from the Gilded era.
Yeah, so like Bridgerton era. So none of these fucking themes so far that we've shown is Bridgerton. This
kind of hers is like fucking not SNL.
Like bondage.
Yeah, like
it looks
bondage.
like she's about to get tied up.
Look at her shoes. What the fuck are on her feet?
Sure. That's hers.
Okay. I mean, I would wear it.
I wouldn't wear this to Met Gala. It's just very like, it looks like she's going to be in 50 Shades of Grey. I don't like it. Did you guys watch the 365 Days movie?
No, I didn't. But like, it looks like it's cringy.
It's so fucking bad. Like, there's this one scene.
There's this, no way where he's like.
No. There's this one scene where he's golfing, and there's no dialogue between them. There's just that sexual, that sexual music, and he's about to golf, and she like starts stripping on the golf pole. Can I speak? The golf pole.
Why?
Stripping on the golf pole so sexually.
What's a golf pole? Like
the golf pole. No, sorry. The fucking, what's it called? The flag. The flag pole.
Oh, the flag pole. Okay.
And she removes the
flag. But aren't those flimsy?
No. Listen, there's a hole there, right? For the golf.
Oh, okay.
She removes the flag hole and proceeds to open her legs where the hole is so that he can putt it and it goes like in her hole. And I was like, what the fuck is the point of this? And it's just awkward, dude. It's so awkward. He's not holding the golf club the right way. He's holding it like an idiot. Like, it's just so weird. Anyways, horrible movie.
I haven't watched it, but I kind of want to watch it just for shits and gigs. He's kind of
overrated now. He is so overrated.
Did you see him on the red carpet for that movie? He was like chewing his gum. He was like,
yeah, like, you're like not hot anymore. Like, you need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah. Okay.
Gwen Stefani.
Okay. Gwen Stefani looks like a neon highlighter.
I like the dress if it was a different color.
No. I think that this dress is very her, but it's not the theme. And also,
it is a theme, kind of. It's just
how?
Not the flowers and like the. Like
but you can't even tell the detail of the dress because it's so fucking neon. Yes. Hailey Bieber?
No. She just does the same shit on every
But
carpet.
that's her style.
I don't like it. Like,
you're telling me that doesn't look nice? I think that looks nice.
I like it. I just think that like...
It reminds me of like Victoria's Secret meets like...
That's not the theme either.
Yeah. She didn't follow the theme, but I really like the dress.
I just wish she would do something different with like her hair or like...
Why? She looks good.
No, I know.
I like her. Listen, I think if I had to pick somebody's style that I would want to replicate, it would be her. Like that vibe.
She's basic, but like chic, I feel.
Yeah, she's basic chic.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
Because like
Joe looks hot. Joe looks good.
Sophie's my age.
Sophie Turner looks like she's 55 in this fucking picture.
You just copied what I said. Yeah, like no, you literally followed my sentence. You were literally waiting to see what number I said. And I purposely said it slow because I wanted you to see if you were going to follow my number. Okay, anyways, Friend's a fucking copycat. Anyways.
I think it's your forehead.
Don't make fun of big foreheads. I have a big forehead.
I'm not. No, they did something with her hair and it receded her forehead 1,000%.
That's mean. I'm not trying to make fun of how she looks. No, it's her eye makeup and it's her hair.
It's her eyebrows too. I think her eyebrows are too close and the same color as her eyelids. It just makes her look old. And
it's a bit scary. Like, it's a bit like Nun, like the scary movie. 80s Madonna. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
But it doesn't suit her face.
But it doesn't suit her. I don't know.
I love her. Like, regardless.
I love her. That's why I'm just
Joe,
like disappointed.
They didn't do well.
Joe always looks good. But wait, why does he have a cape? Is that him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully you guys are watching the YouTube while we describe this.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Not much to say about that. She killed it.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's her. You know what her dress represented?
What?
It's supposed to be, so this is like obviously whatever. When it unfolded, it was supposed to be the Statue of Liberty, like turning from blue to copper to blue. Like you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, cool. Shawn Mendes looks like,
yes, he looks like the
Gusan.
fucking prince from Cinderella.
Yeah, he nailed it. What else do I have?
Oh my god, this bitch. I'm sorry, I hate Sarah Jessica Parker. Come for me. I don't care. I've never watched Sex and the City. I don't care.
Dude, what the fuck are you wearing?
Like,
it's like Brenda's kilt.
What's on her head, dude?
I don't like her either. To be honest, something about her pisses me off. I don't know what it is. Oh
Who's
my
that?
god, Bad Bunny. He looks like a fucking sumo wrestler.
Wait, I can't even see.
He looks like a sumo wrestler.
He's like good looking though. That's the thing. I don't know why he did that to himself.
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget meets sumo wrestler.
Is Megan Fox not at the Met Gala?
Maybe not. I guess not.
I kind of want to see.
Stand by.
Oh, she wasn't. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, anyways, that was our little end of the session, end of the pod game, I guess.
I do want to say one more thing that I find is a big pet peeve. Gatekeeping. Do you know what gatekeeping is? Mm-hmm. There's been multiple instances this month where I've been like, for those of you who don't know what gatekeeping is, it's basically people who like do things or like they discover ways of doing things or like they discover new products and they don't share it. Like you'll be like, oh, what's that? Or how'd you do that? And they're like, they either fucking ghost you, don't answer, or they just like don't share it, or they give you like one word responses. Like, why are you gatekeeping? What? Share your fucking knowledge with the world. If someone came up to me and wanted to start a podcast and they're like, tell me from start to finish how you started the podcast, I would literally tell them. We're not fucking like, I don't know, we're not like Joe Rogan level yet, but I mean like we definitely know a bit. I would tell them everything because I would want to help that person succeed or like get to where they want to be. It doesn't benefit me not sharing information and knowledge I know with somebody else. Someone asks me what fucking concealer I'm wearing because my under eyes look so good, I'd be like, this one.
So who gatekeeps?
I'm not going to say the specific situation because it might be obvious to the person who gatekeeps from me, but I've been struggling to do something lately that has to do with travel, and I basically asked someone something because I saw that they were doing what I'm trying to do, and they kind of were like very like one wordy with me, and I'm like, okay. So I kind of like probed a little bit, which I usually wouldn't, but I was like, there's no reason why this person can't share, or if they can't share, just be like, hey, like I don't really want to share because, so I don't think you're like fucking, I don't know. And then they never answered when I kind of probed them more. And I was like, the fuck? Like, that's so annoying. And that happened again today. I asked someone something and it was more like not work related, like in my career job, but like something for work outside of my day job. And I was like, oh, hey, like blah, 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 this. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, can you fucking elaborate? Like, I don't wonder, does that not annoy you?
Yeah, but some people just are like that.
That genuinely annoys me. I saw this one girl on TikTok. She was like talking about this perfume that like everyone liked. This is like way lower of like an example, but everyone was like, what's a perfume? What's a perfume? And she would never answer. And that is also gatekeeping.
Yeah, because people like their shit to be theirs. It's weird.
I did that in like fucking grade 9. I'm not telling you where I got this like dope top from because I don't want you to wear it. Like, why do people do that? Like, just fucking share your knowledge with the world. You know what I mean?
Weird. But anyways, that is our episode for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Sorry, speaking of gatekeeping, if you... Oh, yeah, I can't do that. Anyways,
Okay,
this is a good lip balm. Okay, bye.